it's just a natural connection between our two cities. We felt that having this relationship was important, and that we had a great opportunity having a trade mission go to Panama City. So as we develop these relationships, we plan on asking a single or maybe two city council members to kind of serve as a direct liaison to a particular sister city that we develop. And Councilmember Mike Seekings has agreed to serve that role for this important relationship with Panama City. So next I'd like to call on Councilmember Seekings to make a few remarks.
Well, thank you very much, Mayor, and I will be very brief. I can tell you that it's an honor to be standing here always, but in particular to be a representative of the city of Charleston in our efforts to create relationships, not just with people who we share borders with, but people around the world, and Panama seems to be a natural. I'd like to direct my comments today to Nita Weiss, who I will tell you, none of this would happen without her pursuit of this Sister Cities agreement between the city of Charleston and Panama, and just sister cities in general. I can tell you she is everywhere. To the good folks in Panama, she's coming and probably not going to leave anytime in the near future. And she just brings an enthusiasm for our great city that really is unparalleled, Mayor. And I think we have a great ambassador in her. I'm just going to sort of follow along and do what I can do to sort of support her in her role as the true ambassador of the city of Charleston as she goes out in the world and promotes us with sister cities. So great honor to be here. I think this is exciting, a trade mission with Panama, Panama City, with the canal opening up and the ships that are going to be coming. It's just a natural between the two of us. And what a better way to kick it off than to be standing here saying in October we'll be down in Panama and bringing Charleston to them and bringing a little bit of Panama back to here. So thank you so much for including me and letting me be part of this really exciting part of being a part of Charleston and our missions out there in the world. So thank you.
Great. Thank you. And now the President and CEO of Charleston Sister Cities International.
Thank you. We're excited to be here today. I know I am, and I know that my hardworking and very supportive executive board and board of directors. We have told you a little bit about Stuart Bachnight and Harry Gregory, our co-chairs. We have Haygood Morrison, who has deep roots in this community and particularly in commerce and has been to Panama and knows the value of Panama and our relationship with Panama, as well as Ford Graham, who is with K&L Gates and used to be with the Department of Commerce, who's been a great asset in helping us pull together the trade component of our sister city organization. I depart for Panama this weekend. We'll be gone for 2 weeks, meeting with the mayor of Panama, his staff, the director of economic development, the U.S. Embassy, the American Panama Chamber of Commerce, and other organizations that are trade-oriented, as well as laying the foundation for programs and exchanges that we shall be doing in Panama next year that are more on the cultural, humanitarian, educational exchange side. But we will continue to grow this economic development trade piece. Because of our growing port and its prominence on the East Coast and the Panama Canal, this is a natural fit. But we also have historical ties that we would love to share with you at a later point in time. We also have a free trade agreement with Panama, and we have wonderful opportunities for trade and exporting to Panama. They import in significant amounts of their agricultural products, which Chip Winehouse will be speaking to shortly. And they certainly buy a lot of cars in Panama. So Andre Bauer will be commenting on the automotive component on this, as well as other export opportunities. There will be an import dimension to our trade mission in October. We're doing that in collaboration with the South Carolina Department of Commerce, and we offer 2 tracks. One is going to be their Gold Key program, and our other track that we're primarily focusing on will be exporting, importing, and also very user-friendly for small businesses as well as major corporations. So on that note, I would like to introduce Andre Bauer, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you. What an exciting time to be a Charlestonian and a South Carolinian. I want to say thank you first to the media because, quite frankly, a big part of this is letting our friends and neighbors in South Carolina know what we're doing so that they can be a part of this, and hopefully businesses and other opportunities will present themselves with what's being started now. You know, as I look at this incredible building, I think back to individuals that planned for centuries later for people to be able to enjoy decisions they made way back when. And that's what we're talking about now. When I sit here today, when I come, I think about not me. I'm on the down scale now, but I think about Holden, Holland, and Hudson. And they're the future of this city and of this state. And we want them to have opportunities that we absolutely never dreamed of. Chip and I had the honor of going to Panama, what was it, about 2004, on a delegation. We got to see the tremendous success they were experiencing. Since then, they have had a trajectory like this. It's continued to expand. And so I look forward to the opportunity to go back and tell them proudly how South Carolina products are made. And we want them to first and foremost think about doing business with our friends and neighbors. When you look at the unbelievable job that people like Carol Campbell and David Beasley did in laying out master plans to get folks like BMW here that we're now all benefiting from in one way or another, that's what we want to talk about. That's what we want to do to encourage them not only to want to buy our goods and services, but possibly even come here and invest. And that's what people like Mr. Gregory, who have been so successful in this community, have been able to do, and they can go and use their talents and skills to sell that to many other areas that we'd like to forecast. And so I want to thank you for putting this together. I was excited about it. I look forward to the opportunity to go back, and I hope that we will press extremely hard in moving forward to try to encourage more and more of this. A lot of times it's all just breaking bread. Chip and I have had a lot of opportunities to travel the world in different places. Even he and I one time ate dinner with Fidel Castro at Castro's home, which just seems unbelievable. But it was an amazing way to get not only an education, but to reduce certain things we felt about each other. At one time it got so hostile that Castro put his finger about that far from my face when I told him about the American dream. But by the end of that meeting, he may not have agreed with me, but he respected and understood where Chip and I came from, and we stroked what was then a $10 million agricultural deal. And so that just shows you how two guys that really don't have much talent or skills, you got folks with real talent here now that can go and make catastrophic changes where we do things totally different than we've done for decades and centuries before. So this is the beginning. I think we'll all look back and say, wow, thank you for the folks that put the time, effort, and energy to make a difference so that in years to come, these folks over here are the ones running the city and running the state, and we look back at 2% unemployment and an opportunity where our state continues to grow and excel. And when you cross over that bridge, you look at it and you say, thank goodness for people like Arthur Ravenel, who planned for the future, who brought all the different facets of government. When you think about that, he got the federal government, the state government, the city, and the county government to come together, pool their resources so that we could have the intermodal ships go under that bridge. That was the purpose. That was the direction, and that's why hundreds of millions of dollars were spent from taxpayers in other areas outside of this state because of a bigger goal. And so thank you all for being a part of this, and I look for direction from you for what we can do. I'm ready to get involved, and I look forward to many, many new and exciting announcements.
Representative Chip Limehouse.
Thank you, Mayor. And I'm supposed to talk about a little bit about agriculture. I guess they know I like to eat a lot, so I get to talk about food. And Nita, thank you for putting this together. And Mayor, we do have the A-team, as Andre said. Our council and our mayor are the best I've seen in my lifetime, and they're moving Charleston. Every day we pick up the paper, and we see another award. Travel and Leisure has just named us again the #1 city in the world, and I think that's true due to the leadership we have here. So thank you, council and mayor, for that particularly excellent leadership. But that does play right into what I want to talk about. Nita is doing an outstanding job on a shoestring budget. And in order to do a better job, she needs to be funded. You know, as a former legislator, I was the first vice chairman of Ways and Means, which means I was the second man on the budget committee. And we spent about $14–15 million a year on the DMOs and on the chambers around the state. When Andre spoke about us going to Cuba on a mission, they were wanting us to grow. They were giving us a list of things to grow: black beans, chicken, cows, and we were a short pull. You know, not even a day's ship down there. So the point that I'm trying to make is that we can, with this trade mission that she's putting together, we can go to Panama, find out what they need, go right back to the best farmers on the planet, South Carolina farmers, and get these products made and produced. And that's what this is all about. So I will wrap it up by saying thank you once again for putting this together, Nita, and thank you, Mr. Mayor, for hosting us. You're welcome.
So
I'd like to add one other thing. We will be offering on August 10th at the College of Charleston a Panama export seminar.
Oh, great.
So if you're interested in taking advantage of this trade mission to Panama, and our deadline is September 1, okay, there's a little wiggle room there. But if you would like to learn how to do business in Panama and you have not done so, and this is a great learning opportunity for small businesses, whether you're a large business or small business, this is time well spent.
Right.
Thank you.
So thank you, and thank you, Representative Limehouse. We do now also grow Volvos and BMWs and 787 Dreamliners. So we have a few other products to add to our agricultural products, but and just let everyone know, I mean, Panama City and Charleston really have a lot of commonality. We're both coastal cities, both concerned about sea level rise and resiliency. We both enjoy a strong tourism economy, but also that brings challenges of a little bit of congestion and traffic and all that kinds of things, and affordable housing issues. So we have a lot to learn from each other and look forward to a wonderful and learning and business relationship between the two cities.